Terrence, what position group do you expect to see the most growth from if the staff remains the same from last year? And which one do we need to progress the most?
We need capital E, capital E, capital E, capital D, need cornerback. We need corner. That's why Cormani, McLean, and Jackson and the Brown brothers, these guys are really, really important because our cornerback play, our defensive back play was atrocious, but it was due to some of the most horrible communication I've ever seen. But the first position I'm going to say is cornerback position. We need them to step up. I don't necessarily know if I have the amazing confidence that it will, but we need it to step up. The position that I have the most confidence with stepping up is offensive line. Because, and I'm going to have blind faith in it because of the fact that we're throwing not only talent, but coaching and health. We didn't have the starting offensive line that went and played A&M since week 4. Players start to fall off, injuries happen, guys weren't there. At one point, Mark, we're out there with our third string center, true freshman right and left guard, backups and third string tackles, and injuries are what happens everywhere. But that's why you have to have depth. We have to have depth. And the way that you go after that is not just depth as far as having numbers. You could have 16 offensive linemen. Are they just numbers? Or are they quality players that can contribute and, if needed to be called on, are physically prepared, mentally prepared, and got that dog in them to go out there and move people off the football? Okay, that stuff is important. You don't just wake up and have 6 5-star offensive linemen. No. You have to go out there and get them. You not only have to recruit them, you have to build a relationship with them and their families. You have to see it through. They have to stay on the team. Because, let's say, for example, Francis Marigoa comes in and has a Nevon Donaldson freshman year at right guard. You're going to tell me USC. You're going to tell me Alabama. You're going to don't start, hey, didn't you play a high school ball with Francis down there? Hey, hit him in the DM and see how much he likes it down there in Miami. We'll throw $6 million at him at right guard. It happens. Okay, these things happen. I'm very confident in the offensive line. Okay. What I'm a little worried about, defensive end / edge rusher. We've thrown some better talent at it with Nigel Lee Kelly, with Moss, who took a red shirt, taking Jaden Wayne, one of my new favorite players off that defensive end, bringing in Bain. We did a really, really good job as far as throwing talent at it. Now, throwing talent at something and then actually getting a chance to put them in the rigmarole, get them to develop, things like that, that's a separate conversation. Okay? But that's where I'm a little nervous now. When it comes to the offensive side of the ball, I'm nervous about the whole scheme, period. I'm nervous about how long is it going to take to reap the benefits of this kind of scheme, of a true power spread. Why do I say that? Mark, in your upper right-hand corner, you have a Michigan helmet. Okay. To your immediate left, you got a Georgia helmet. Those are the two best examples of what we would want to run at Miami. Do you all know how long it took for them to see the benefits that Miami fans and these crazy fanatics want? 5 to 6 years of heavy recruiting, of heavy development, of NFL development, of strength and conditioning and nutrition, of getting your behind whooped, of losing to the same team for a decade, of making it to the national championship and fumbling, of making it to your conference championship and losing the game. It took years. The quick fix, which what a lot of people wanted when we went with Coach Cristobal, would be Lane Kiffin. Where, we don't care about recruiting. We don't care about developing. Let's just go out there and run a spread and air it out and score points and woo. And we're not developing anyone and no one. We're not putting anybody in the NFL. But we're winning games. I would prefer us to have our struggling issues right now, putting it all together, and truly developing a true core. And once that thing pops, Mark, it's sustainable. It's sustainable. Okay. I'm nervous about the thought process and the buy-in because at sometimes, Mark, last year, off the top of my head, Mark, there's 3 games we didn't even score a touchdown. A single touchdown. There's 1 game, Mark, we didn't even have 100 total offensive yards. You get what I'm saying? So, and we complained about Rhett Lashley. My hand is in the air. We complained about Rhett Lashley. And we, got that in return. So I'm a little nervous, man. I'm a little nervous about the entire offensive philosophy. And then how long would it take to throw elite strength and conditioning and elite talent at this mindset and the way that we want to play offense to actually start to reap elite, good benefits? How long does it take to be a consistent 9-win team? How long does that even take to push from 9 to 10 or 11? How long does it take to be a perennial number 1 team in our conference? How long does that take with this offensive philosophy in which Coach Cristobal and Coach Gaddis are putting together?